Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So there you see it already, man. Already you see tremendous work ethic. Just after a few days, it comes out that Carson Wentz is traded to the Colts. You see Jalen Hurts working out with one of the known quarterback gurus in the game, Quincy Avery, throwing some balls, getting some good work in. I'm not going to say he's a known quarterback guru, but he's known for, training dudes and getting dudes up to snuff and getting dudes up to speed. I'm going to look him up a little bit. I don't know that much about him, but I'm pretty sure he has an extensive resume. But it's not really about what Mr. Avery could bring to the table. It's about, Jalen Hurts' willingness to go out there and get better. Because he got to prove a lot of people wrong, too. It's a lot on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts as well going into this second year. One thing that's definitely on the shoulders is him out there proving that we made the right choice. Proving that we made the right choice by trading away a guy that we thought was a franchise quarterback and keeping the guy still on a rookie deal who we only seen a 4-game sample size out of. He got to go out there and prove that he was the guy, and I think you're going to find some success with Jalen Hurts. Now, there are some things that I believe the Philadelphia Eagles have to do to ensure his success because nobody could do it alone. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do it alone. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, we seem to have this thing with us as a football community that we think Patrick Mahomes is out there not playing with Kelsey, not playing with the cheetah. You know what I'm saying? Not playing with those running backs. What is his name? Edwards-Helaire. Not playing with those guys when he got a solid cast around him. Lamar Jackson as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, man, that got a solid cast around him, and that's how you see these guys in the playoffs almost every season. Then when you see guys who don't have a solid cast around them, you get a Carson Wentz situation. You get a Deshaun Watson situation. You get guys who have the superstar talent, but they don't have the pieces in place to get you the record that they deserve, so to speak. So we're going to talk about some things that Jalen Hurts needs in order to succeed, in my opinion. I think what you got to do, the first thing you have to do to ensure the survival of Jalen Hurts is in the pass game, identify his number one guy. You got to identify his number one guy. There's no wide receivers on the roster. Well, there is actually Travis Fulgham, but you got a game plan to get Travis Fulgham in the mix. You got to be able to put Travis Fulgham in a position to be able to play. Now, I think Alshon Jeffrey will depart, so I think you will get a lot of reps out of Travis Fulgham. The other guy that comes to mind for sure is Dallas Goedert if Zach Ertz departs. So if you can get Dallas Goedert some time with Jalen Hurts, if you can get Travis Fulgham some time with Jalen Hurts, it seems like what the Philadelphia Eagles are dying to do is make Jalen Reagor a guy that he's not. Period. I don't think Jalen Reagor is the guy that we think he is. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player. I think Jalen Reagor could be a great guy out the slot. Could be a great number 2 guy at times. But a wide receiver, a number 1 wide receiver that we always can depend on, I just don't see that being the calling card of a Jalen Reagor. I just don't see that being his forte. It's some things that he has to work on this offseason as well. But you want to get somebody who's going to go out there and try to get these contested passes, who's going to try to beat their man deep, who's going to run every route hard. You got to get somebody that he trusts. And I think that the way Wentz trusted Travis Fulgham when he was out there with him during those couple games, I think that Jalen Hurts can try to instill that same bond as well. I think so, man. Now Fulgham is a crowd favorite, so I think, I think it's worth a try, and I think it is. I think it's the right move. The next thing you got to do, obviously, is you got to get this offensive line back up to snuff. You got to get this offensive line back up to snuff. You got to get dudes healthy. You got to find ways to keep dudes healthy. And I think you keep an offensive line healthy, in my opinion, by running the ball a little more. Offensive linemen don't like to backpedal all season and block. They don't. And the Philadelphia Eagles, we made our offensive linemen backpedal quite a bit. That's how you get your ankle stepped on. That's how a lot of stuff happens when you don't run the ball bad in the NFL. It's just the way it is. So I think a way to keep this offensive line healthy is to let them go out there, run and attack other defenses. Let the offensive line run and hit people. Stop throwing the ball 50 times a game. Now, I expect a lot of these things to change because we have a new head coach. We have a new play caller. We have a new defensive coordinator. I expect a lot of things to change. And it's going to make Jalen Hurts a successful guy if the Philadelphia Eagles decide to go in his direction as a starting quarterback, because you never know. This is a harsh reality that we gotta look at. We gotta look at Nick Sirianni possibly wanting to choose a guy out the draft and make him his guy. We gotta look at stuff like that. when Jalen Hurts can be anybody's guy. He only played 4 games. But you got to look at stuff like that, man. Coaches would like to do things like that. Now, I don't think it's going to happen because of the control that Howie Roseman has. This was a Howie Roseman draft pick. Howie has to be right about Jalen Hurts, or he got to pack his bags and be gone by week 6. He got to be right about Jalen Hurts, period. We talked about the run game. We talked about the offensive line. But how about featuring Miles Sanders sometimes this season? How about 25 carries for Miles Sanders in a couple games this year? Everybody want to say he's too small. Well, listen, you don't know the damage he can do at his size. Try him out. He's a running back in the National Football League. He play a position. Try him out. Give him the ball 25 times. Come on. Give him the ball 25 times. We got to get more creative. We got to get some screen passes in our repertoire. There's so many things you can do to mask this quote unquote, this thing that the media has about him having a noodle arm and his arm not being good. I think his arm is better than a lot of people think. And I think it's going to continue to get better. You got to understand these are young guys who are just coming to their own. You know what I'm saying? And him taking the first step and trying to get out there on the field and get some reps in with Quincy Avery, I think is a good thing. He's willing to learn. He's taking this very serious. Very serious. You know what I'm saying? Dude's getting ready for the combine. He got that itch. He got to get ready right now as well. The seasoned veterans in the game who are comfortable about their spot, they not doing nothing right now. They're not out there warming up and practicing. They're not out there doing that stuff right now. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and them dudes are not getting no work in right now. Jalen Hurts is getting work in, man. I sense a kid that wants to be great and want to prove a lot of people wrong. So like I said, I'm riding with him, man. But what you got to do is you got to establish his day one security blankets in the passing game. You got to shore up this offensive line. And you got to put an emphasis on running the ball. And I think coming from where Sirianni came from, I think that's going to be Sirianni's number one point of emphasis is how we can run the ball, how we can have a valuable two-headed monster. Now, I think we are going to draft a running back or look at acquiring another running back somehow, some way. But the point of this thing is going to be, how can we pound the ball and beat up on teams who can't stop the run? You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles took advantage of that. It was teams that we should have beat up on that can't stop the run. Like the Browns, I think. The Browns are not a good team that can stop the run all the time last year. But we didn't run the ball enough. You know what I'm saying? So we got some things we got to work on. We got some things we got to do to keep Jalen Hurts comfortable. Those are a few things that come to mind right now. Something that I want you guys to keep and watch for is I will be on the Discord with Real Mama Eagle. If you guys are on Twitter, you guys follow her, you guys know of her. She is one of the best content creators in the Eagles realm, period. So yeah, at 12 o'clock noon, keep your eyes out for that. I had a link and I'm gonna blast the link everywhere quite shortly, in a few hours or whatever. I'm gonna get it popping. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a real good time. We're gonna be discussing, we're going to be discussing our areas of expertise, top 10 quarterbacks and top 10 quarterbacks going into this season. It's going to be a real dope time, man. I wish y'all can join in. Man, matter of fact, y'all better join in, follow that link, and blow it up and run them numbers up, man. You already know. Enjoy your Saturday.